Little music going here. Afternoon. Get things started in just a second. Just looking to build a personal toolbox website. Another one of these things to make my life easier. All of you do the same thing instead of paying for services and using what other people have established. Do a little research and figure out how to build your own. Be great practicing. It's a fantastic way to learn things. So that's what we're gonna do today. Give me a second. We are going to get started. Hope everyone is doing pretty good. Going to build just a nextjs app that houses a lot of different things to make my life easier and also teach me a few things along the way. First one I'm building, I built a base 64 encoder decoder before, um, and I got to thinking that it might make a lot more sense to just make it something ongoing instead of building a whole bunch of separate UIs. Just build one and have one website that can house every different website type that I want to eventually establish. So today will be day one of doing that. I'm not sure how far along I'll get with building it, but we'll definitely get started and keep going daily until we have what we are ultimately looking for. So I am about to get started here in just a second. Just need to do a couple quick things. Hope everyone's doing pretty good out there. It is a little late, but had a few things going on today. For those of us busy adults, you certainly understand that. So, and the cybersecurity learning hasn't stopped either. I just haven't recorded or streamed my learning recently, but I intend to do that tomorrow morning if all goes as planned. But while we are getting everything up and going, I think the first thing we'll do is go ahead and just establish the Next.js project. So let's begin with that now. Uh, let's go OB folder, desktop. Let's do two. I called it toolbar. Let's do this. Let's go new folder, toolbox. Hit that. And a big fan. Let me know if you use Copilot in your projects. I played with it. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a little too busy for me, but to each his own. I'm not a big fan of all the auto corrections that it provides. Yes, greatness. I prefer to just utilize it when I want to use it. I was using it to kind of take a look at some code that I written just to let me know if everything that I had was suffice or if there were any gaps. And it worked pretty good with that. But then it started giving me so many auto corrections. And don't get me wrong, some of them were correct, and then some of them weren't. But at the same time, for me personally, I just prefer to kind of type out my own code unless I ask for your assistance, if you will, and it was just automatically recommending things. So maybe there's a way to kind of turn the auto recommendation off. I don't know if it's included or not, but it was just too much and too annoying for me. So I just done away with it. But I could be a little impatient at times as well too. So just let me know. Just let me know your thoughts on it, or if there's a way to disable some of the suggested or recommendations that it does while you're trying to code. To me, that's just a little annoying, but to each his own. All right, so we have the project up and going. First, I want to add Daisy UI, and I know people like to use sha-256, but I like Daisy UI. It doesn't have a lot of clients side components. It gives me the option to go between the two, and I like to try to keep things true to how Next.js intended server rendered as much as possible. But I do recognize the flexibility that sha-256 provides. It's certainly impressive. Just doing a little bit of quick cleanup, and we will get started with some code in a second. I think the next thing we just need to add the import config inside of the global CSS, or the plugin, excuse me. And then we'll set the height. Uh, I'm sorry, HTML, spend a day dot app. And then the root. Man, struggling with this. App. We'll set the height, the width to 100%, and also at apply text small. Save all of this. Homepage, let's just make sure everything is working. npm run dev, and let's check out our home page on localhost. And it appears we are up and going. Perfect. So basically what I'm looking to build is just a toolbox website, and I got the inspiration from a website that I was taking a look at while I was bouncing around online earlier doing a little bit of studying, and it basically had every type of function and for security and CSS shortcuts all within one website. So I thought that'd be pretty cool to kind of have something like that of my own versus using something that other people already have available. So I think the first thing we'll need to do is just basically build the layout of the website. And I'm not going to overcomplicate it, but we do want to make sure that it is responsive because I do intend to use this uh, on my personal device and anywhere else that I might need to get access to certain tools. So first thing I want to do is we'll head to the we'll go with the editor and page. We'll go with just the editor for right now. In the app directory, we'll create a route group named website. And then inside of website, we'll need a layout.tsx. We could keep this within this layout, but I just like to keep this separate and give each grouping its own specific layout. And we'll just copy the TypeScript code there and close this out. RFCE. We'll pass in the TypeScript code, remove the text layout, add the children, save it, make sure it works. We'll go high. And let's check this out. Refresh the screen. Oh, I see why. Let's move the page.tsx into the website grouping. We'll click move. Yes. Now we see how perfect. I think for right now, I will go back with just the editor, and we can minimize this. So we'll need, what I basically want is a navigation on the left. The home page, I may just keep it simple for right now. We'll add something to it later, but for right now, we'll just have the text homepage on screen. The start of the show will be the navigation bar that'll be on the sidebar that'll be on the left, and we'll have the ability to toggle and close it. And then we'll start with the first route, which will be the sha-256. sha-256, I think is how it's pronounced. And we'll go over what that function is. We'll create that function, make sure that it works, and from there we'll add on additional functions, all with the intent to give us a shortcut to those specific functions, but also get practice at understanding how they're built, leveraging some methods within the JavaScript eco or the browser ecosystem, and just have a little bit of fun along the way. So inside of the layout, let's go ahead and just add some styling. The div, we'll give it a class name with a height of full, and we'll set the direction to flex. Remove the text high. I'll go ahead and let's do this.